Well, good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel here on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. It's Side Pocket Saturday, so we're gonna do some snuff and talk about knives. Cool, man. Excuse me. I have a bit of a frog in my throat. Anyhow, the snuff we're going to be doing today, or I'm going to be doing, unless you have some, I don't know. I don't think this is that common. Um, I got this snuff as a trade that Suit and Tie Dip and Chew guy and I did years ago. Um, I used to send him like a can of Canadian dip, which costs like at the time about $30, and I don't even know what they cost now. I quit dipping about a year ago, but so he would send me back like the equal amount of like monetary amount of snuff or dip or whatever, because it's a lot cheaper in the United States than it is in Canada. But he used to send me, he does nasal snuff reviews, right? And he used to send me, just cans of stuff. He reviewed it, but he would never use it. And so I was grateful to have all of it. So that's the snuff that I'm going to be using to review. I have some. There's actually what do you call them? A group of snuffs that I wanna. They're separate. They're separate from what Suit and Tie guy and me did. But anyhow, let's have a little tap of this. Now, I showed snuff comes in all kinds of containers and boxes. It's quite fascinating. You know, I used to try to keep all my snuff boxes, but I had so much tobacco paraphernalia. I had like 500 dip cans. Threw them all away. But yeah, this is a 10-gram tap box of FC Bayern snuff. This is really nice. It's a nice mentholated snuff. Um, it's kind of like, I don't know how else really to describe it. Um, McChrystal's is just kind of like a basic mentholated snuff. It smells like tobacco and menthol. And it's not super overpowering. The menthol doesn't like make your face numb or anything like that. And this is a lot like McChrystal's, I find, in that way. I don't have a refined snuff palate really anymore. It smells like tobacco and menthol, and it's great. I love this one. I keep this in there's a container or a cigar box I have where I keep stuff that's really important to me, and I have a couple tap boxes of snuff, just because I didn't want to get lost in the melee of all my other collection of stuff. Anyway, I also got my old snuff knife. Whenever I do snuff, I like to do it off the back of a knife blade. um, it's kind of goofy, but that's what I used to do when I used to do snuff reviews. So I found my snuff knife. This is a dollar store. That's the lock mechanism. You fold it in, And it's like that. It's like a skeleton kind of knife. Got a big, deep pocket clip there. This isn't a really like a usable knife. It's not sharp. It's I don't know, whatever. It's better than nothing. But I sharpened it not so long ago, but it's still not very sharp. But anyway, yeah, you take a little bump of stuff. There we go. I'm also known for doing monster bumps with my snuff. Let's see if I can do one. That's a biggie. That's a big one. There we go. Ooh, that was a big one. And with snuff, like you get a brief nicotine hit off of it. It's not like smoking a cigarette or nothing. And the nicotine hit, like it hits you the hardest when you sniff it in, and then it just dissipates. This isn't like a bomb, a nicotine bomb or nothing. But it's got nicotine in it. You can feel it for sure. But yeah, this is a really nice snuff. So Suit and Tie Dip and Chew guy watches this. I want to thank you for sending me this one and many of the other snuffs we're going to be talking about. But all right. So what's in my side pocket today? I got two things to show you in my side pocket. One of them is a case slip joint, and one of them something different. Okay, we'll start with the case. This is a little blue Sawcut mini trapper. It has two blades. This is a nice looking knife. It's this pin is a little sticks up a little bit, but no complaints. This pin doesn't stick up at all, nor does this one. But yeah, it's a two-blade knife. The main blade is a what they call like a Turkish clip point blade or a California clip point blade. I quite like this blade pattern for a knife this size. On the regular large size trappers that Case puts out, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the regular size trappers. I like these mini trappers are all right, but I bought this one, and I have two Case knives. I have a red bone medium stockman that I'm going to show you. It kind of bit the dust in a weird way. Not really, but in one way. I'm going to show it to you in another video. But yeah, so it's got this clip point blade. This is a good blade. Nice thick stock. This is the Case True Sharp stainless steel, which is pretty sharp. It's a fingerprint magnet. Yeah, it's got these little. I don't know. I can't read that stuff, but that's the stamp down there. That's important to people. You know, what they call the fit and finish is quite nice. There's a little wee gap between the scale and the middle part. A little bit of gapping in there, but it's not a deal breaker. For me, it's a nice knife. Half stops. And this is the secondary blade, which is called a spay blade. And that's exactly kind of what it's for. These were used to castrate livestock back in the day. I don't know who still uses these to do that, but I'm not one of them. A lot of guys don't really like this blade. I don't know why. It's a good blade. It's like that's a good long straight piece of cutting area. That's good. And this rounded tip, I find it's really cool to if you really want to dig into something. But you don't want. That's why the tip's like this is so it didn't like when you're castrating the animal, it wasn't poking into anything it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I've always this is the blade why I bought the knife. To be honest with you, I bought this because I wanted a medium-sized spay blade like that, just because I like them. Yeah, so that's my case mini trapper. It's not in perfect shape, considering even what I paid for it. These are $140 at Canadian Tire. Um, anything they have like they have a tiny toothpick and that's $140, and they have like large trappers like the big the main like the big trappers, and they have like they had the other knife I had was a red bone Stockman. They had that. They still have that. Um, and they had a canoe. They had a really nice peach seed jig canoe. A canoe is basically it's got a spear point blade on one side and a pen blade on the other. I was actually gonna buy that one. I was saving up for it, but somebody bought it already. So I don't know how much they restock case knives. I don't know how much they sell there. Anyhow, I got this one, and I got the Stockman. I kind of wrecked the clip point blade on it, but sheep's foot and the spade blade still work on it. Anyhow, this is one of my favorite little gadgets, um, and it seems to be like the utility knife is kind of making a comeback. You know what I mean by utility knife. Everybody has one. It's like they're often like just a gray piece of steel, and you push up the blade, and you can swap out the blades um, when one breaks, or because they're just thin, like razor blades, are very sharp. But anyhow, making a kind of a stylish one with a one-handed opening system and a locking, because there's been some cool innovations with the utility knife over the years. Now, I bought this one. It must have been 15, 20 years ago, just because I can't see myself at any other time picking it up. But I was at Home Hardware one day, and that's a Canadian hardware store, um, and their product line is called Craftsman. you know, every, like Walmart has product like Ozark Trail and I don't know, you know, like just like the store brands, you know. So Craftsman is the store brand for home hardware, but I saw this in the package, and it just said utility knife, and I thought that's really interesting looking, and so it wasn't expensive at the time. It was probably just like a $5 item, um, you know. But it's got this thumb stud for one-handed opening, and the whole thing is basically a handle, and it's so cool. You know, it's a lock back. Um, you know, like it's just this is. I was kind of blown away when I took this out of the package and checked it out. Um, the the way the blade, when you want to swap it out, it's really easy. It's like a lock back. You know, you hit the button on the back there, pull it out. You can change blades however you want. You know, and that's just great. So yeah, this is my favorite utility knife, and I tend to carry this a lot just because, you know, I'm at home. I don't go out. There's no forest around me, you know. Um, you know, I'm not. Most people down around the city use knives for violence. I'm not one of those guys. I just like to play with them at home and stuff. But this is good for opening up envelopes and parcels and things like that. I used to get a lot more stuff in the mail than I do now. Um, and the old blade, I put in this new blade just to do this video because the old blade was pretty trashed. But yeah, these are razor sharp, so very cool. And yeah, you just push the thing in the back, and it just kind of like good snappy action there. It's got a deep carry pocket clip. I use this all the time. I keep this, when I carry it, I keep it in my fifth pocket in my jeans, you know, that little pocket on the right hand side. And yeah, it's good. Um, so yeah, that's what's in my pocket today, and that's the stuff I chose to use today. I kind of I don't use a lot of snuff these days. I just pull it out for the videos, really. But I look forward to it. It's good. I do a bump here and there, but it's mostly for the videos. Don't try this at home, kids. All right. Uh, God bless you. Be well. Stay free, and have an awesome day. And I'll talk to you sometime soon. All right. Bye now.